Hello guys, my name is Sahil and this is my Personal Finance Academy. Recently, I created a video on top 8 stocks where you can invest blindly. The top 8 stocks include Reliance, HDFC Bank, HUL, Pidilite, Asian Paints, HDFC Life, Titan and TCS. Now many of you commented about these stocks that I did not mention in the list. Even I felt that there are a lot of great companies that I did not include in the previous list. Hence, I have extended the previous list of 8 stocks and added 10 more stocks in the list. Please note that these companies are mainly the large cap companies with a proven track record, experienced management, strong competitive advantage, healthy financials and a bright future growth prospect. In the previous video, some of you commented that these are already large cap companies. Tell us the mid and small cap companies. While their point is valid to an extent that these companies are already large, but that does not mean that these companies won't grow. Indian growth story has a long journey and these large companies will become even larger. Yes, they might not have multifold growth potential like mid and small cap, but they are also not as volatile as mid and small cap. A lot of people make the mistake of ignoring these real gems and only search for hidden gems. In this process, they end up picking very small companies that sometimes collapse and destroy wealth. Hence, it is important to build a balanced portfolio of leaders in the segment as well as potential upcoming leaders. Now, what should be the right allocation of large, mid and small cap companies in the portfolio? It would depend upon your risk appetite. I personally like to keep 50 to 60% large caps and rest mid and small caps in my portfolio. I'll make a separate video on top mid and small cap companies. And these companies are only for long-term investment. If you are someone who is looking for short-term trading tips, then you can skip this video. Alright, let's get started. Number 9 stock is Infosys. Guys, technology is the future. And talking about technology, we can't ignore the pioneer of IT industry in India, that is Infosys. Established in 1981 by a bunch of young folks including Mr. Narayan Murthy, Nandan Nilekani, S. Gopal Krishna, S.D. Shibulal and few others, Infosys has been one of the biggest wealth creator of the Indian corporate world. It is one of the most prestigious brand all over the world and has been the leading company for starting the IT revolution in India and making India an IT hub of the world. Today, Infosys works with many top-notch companies of the world and hold a market cap of rupees 5.27 lakh crore. In the last 10 years, Infosys revenue has jumped from rupees 27,500 crore in March 2011 to rupees 90,791 crore by March 20. The profits have increased from rupees 6,800 crore in March 11 to rupees 16,500 crore by March 20. In the last 10 years, Infosys share price has increased from rupees 400 to currently at rupees 1250 in January 21 with a CAGR of 12% in 10 years. If we look at the future growth prospects, the biggest theme is digital. Be it any sector, technology would be a key differentiator. For example, e-commerce is the future of retail, UPI and online payments are future of banking, machine learning and automation is the future of manufacturing and the list goes on. Today, every company needs a digital presence and keep themselves updated to stay competitive. Themes like cloud computing, machine learning, automation, advanced analytics would continue to grow and companies like Infosys would be a key player in providing the IT support to all the sectors. Number 10 stock is HDFC AMC. Over the past few years, the mutual fund industry in India has almost exploded. Especially the young generation now understand the importance of mutual fund for long-term financial planning. Now this has created an immense growth opportunity for companies that operate in mutual fund space. And one company that is among the leaders in AMC space is HDFC AMC. Established in 1999, HDFC AMC is part of the most prestigious HDFC Group of India and currently holds a market cap of rupees 61,000 crore. In the last 4 years, HDFC AMC revenue has jumped from rupees 1,490 crore in March 16 to rupees 2,100 crore by March 20. The profits have increased from rupees 478 crore in March 16 to rupees 1,262 crore by March 20. Since its IPO in 2018, HDFC AMC share price has increased to currently at rupees 2,880 in January 21 at a CAGR of 22% in last 2.5 years. If you look at the future growth prospect of HDFC AMC, All I can say is it is just the beginning. Guys, Indian mutual fund industry is highly underpenetrated and very small as compared to developed countries like USA. People have just started investing in the mutual funds. In the future, factors like increasing awareness about mutual fund investment, ease of investment with few clicks, growing economy, better return, multiple investment options as per the risk profile of the individual, and rising income level would continue to drive the growth of mutual fund space. This would eventually benefit SDFC AMC. Number 11 stock is SBI Card. From being a cash-driven economy to a stage where even your nearby local kirana is accepting digital payment, India has come a long way. It would be difficult to believe just a few years ago that we would be doing digital payment even for a transaction of rupees 10. And guess what? It is only the beginning of digital transformation in India. Established in 1998, SBI Card is India's second largest credit card issuer after HDFC Bank with more than 1 crore card holders, and it is the largest pure play company in credit card business. It is a subsidiary of SBI, which is India's largest commercial bank and holds the current market cap of 92,000 crore. In the last 6 years, SBI Card revenue has jumped from rupees 1400 crore in March 14 to rupees 9200 crore by March 20. The profits have increased from rupees 293 crore in March 14 to rupees 1245 crore by March 20. SBI Card recently had an IPO in March 20 at a price band of rupees 750. The IPO was opened at rupees 1000, but then COVID happened and share price tanked. Since then, it has almost doubled from the lows of rupees 500 to current level of 980. If you look at the future growth prospect, guys, it is just the beginning of digital transformation in India. Factors like India's strong macroeconomic performance together with its large working population, aspirational young population, rising affluence, rapid urbanization, rise of e-commerce, and an increasing shift from cash transaction to card and digital payment will continue to propel the growth of India's largely underpenetrated credit card industry, and SBI Card is bound to benefit from this change. Next company that I am going to tell you belongs to FMCG category. FMCG is known as fast moving consumer good, and it includes your products like tea, coffee, drinks, cereals, etc. in food category. Then soap, shampoo, cream, detergent, toothpaste, etc. in the beauty and personal care category. Basically, the products that we use in our day-to-day life. Now, FMCG is one of the most profitable category in India, and the advantage of FMCG company is that it is almost a recession-proof sector. Because no matter what, we will continue to consume food and drink along with other essential items. So not just one, but my next 3 recommendations are from FMCG category. Number 12 stock is Britannia. Founded in 1892, Britannia is one of the oldest company and one of the biggest player in the food and beverage category in India. It is known for its brands like Good Day, Tiger, Marigold, Little Hearts, etc. Britannia is also among the leaders in categories like dairy product and bakery products like bread, rusk, cake, etc. As of today, Britannia has a market cap of rupees 84,000 crore. In the last 10 years, Britannia revenue has jumped from rupees 4600 in March 11 to rupees 11,600 crore by March 20. The profits have increased from rupees 134 crore in March 11 to rupees 1400 crore by March 20. In the last 10 years, Britannia's share price has increased to current level of 3500 in January 21 at a CAGR of 34.5%. If you look at the future growth prospect, food is one category that we all love. Britannia has a huge scope of growth in each category of food, including biscuit, which has 90% penetration in Indian household and huge scope of increasing the consumption. Bakery products like cake and rusk are highly fragmented and unorganized market. Britannia is strongly present in these categories and poised to benefit from these trends. Number 13 stock is ITC. I am sure many of you would be interested to know more about ITC. Established in 1910 as Imperial Tobacco Company of India Limited, ITC is again one of the oldest companies of India. ITC started its business from tobacco and now aggressively transforming itself into an FMCG player. Some of the top brands of ITC include Ashirwad Atta, Sunfeast, Bingo, Yippee, Fiamma, Vival, Engage, Sevlon, Classmate, Papercraft, etc. ITC has a diversified business across FMCG, tobacco, stationery products, hotels, agribusiness. Please note that around 45% revenue of the company is still from the tobacco business, but FMCG business is growing at a fast rate and now contributes 27% in total business. As of today, ITC has a market cap of rupees 2.5 lakh crore. In the last 10 years, ITC revenue has jumped from rupees 22,500 crore in March 2011 to rupees 49,300 crore by March 20. The profits have increased from rupees 5,000 crore in March 11 to rupees 15,300 crore by March 20. In the last 10 years, ITC share price have increased from rupees 100 in January 11 to rupees 300 plus in July 17. But since then, it has fallen and currently trading at rupees 200. The major reason is its transformation phase from tobacco major to FMCG major. In the long term, ITC would transform into a FMCG major, and that's where I see a huge growth potential. One of the key strengths for an FMCG company is its distribution network. Over the last 100 years, ITC has created a very strong distribution network. Now ITC is using the same distribution network to sell its other FMCG category, which is growing at a very fast rate. Recently, it has also forayed into the healthy food category, including Ashirwad Nature's superfood like gluten-free flour, ragi flour, multi-millet, and many more products, including dairy and instant meals like instant idli sambar, instant poha, etc. This healthy food and instant food category has a bright future prospect due to the increasingly busier lifestyle of Indians and the preference for healthy food. Number 14 stock is Dabur. Established in 1884, Dabur claims to be one of the best Ayurvedic and natural health care company. Dabur Chyawanprash and Dabur Honey is one of the most common household products in India. Some of the other brands include Dabur Amla, Dabur Vatika, Dabur Hajmola, Pudin Hara, Red Paste, Meswak, Odomos, etc. As of today, Dabur has a market cap of rupees 91,000 crore. In the last 10 years, Dabur revenue has jumped from rupees 4,070 crore in March 11 to rupees 8,685 crore by March 20. The profits have increased from rupees 569 crore in March 11 to rupees 1445 crore by March 20. In the last 10 years, Dabur share price has increased from rupees 100 in January 11 to current level of 500 in January 21 at a CAGR of 17%. In the long term, I expect Dabur to grow on account of increasing consumer focus on healthcare, particularly preventive healthcare, with preference for Ayurveda-based solution that boost immunity. Number 15 stock is Eicher Motor. If there is a brand in India with a die-hard fan following, then it is Royal Enfield. Once a struggling business, Eicher Motor is one of the greatest turnaround story of Indian corporate history. Established in 1948, Eicher Motor is the leader in Indian premium segment bike with a range of Royal Enfield bikes including Meteor, Interceptor, Continental, Himalayan, Classic and Bullet. They also have a very strong presence in the commercial vehicle category including trucks and buses. Eicher Motor has a current market cap of rupees 74,000 crore. In the last 10 years, Eicher Motor revenue has jumped from rupees 4,400 crore in December 10 to rupees 9,100 crore by March 20. The profits have increased from rupees 189 crore in December 10 to rupees 1800 crore by March 20. Eicher Motor share price has increased from rupees 100 in January 11 to current level of 2,750 in January 21 at a CAGR of 39%. Please note that we are considering the bonus and split adjusted share price. If we talk about the future growth prospect of Eicher Motor, the biggest trend is premiumization. Due to rising income level, increase in spending and better lifestyle and the world's youngest population, today's Indian youth prefer premium bikes and they are willing to shell out more money for it. This trend would continue to grow and help Eicher Motor in its growth. Eicher Motor has great opportunity of growth not only in the Indian market but also across the world. Number 16 stock is Jubilant FoodWorks. If I ask you what is the most popular food in the world, then one name that would immediately pop up in your head is pizza. And when you think of pizza in India, one name that strikes your brain is Domino's Pizza, especially the cheese buzz pizza. Established in 1995, Jubilant FoodWorks is the parent company of Domino's Pizza in India. Jubilant FoodWorks hold the master franchisee of US-based Domino's and Dunkin' Donut in India, Nepal, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. As of today, Jubilant FoodWorks has a market cap of Rs 34,000 crore. In the last 10 years, Jubilant FoodWorks revenue has jumped from Rs 678 crore in March 11 to Rs 3,927 crore by March 20. The profits have increased from Rs 72 crore in March 11 to Rs 280 crore by March 20. Jubilant FoodWorks share price has jumped from Rs 300 in January 11 to Rs 2600 by January 21 at a CAGR of 24%. If you look at the future growth prospect, Indian society is evolving with a rise in working population, nuclear household and more outdoor activity such as leisure trip and outing with friends, families and colleagues. These factors are driving the frequency of eating out. Recently, Jubilant FoodWorks has entered into the ready-to-cook sauces, gravies and pasta market, capitalizing on the growing home cooking trend in India. Jubilant FoodWorks also has announced entry into the biryani restaurant business. Number 17 stock is Kotak Mahindra Bank. Established in 1985 by Mr. Uday Kotak, a prominent Indian banker, Kotak Mahindra received the banking license from RBI in 2003. Since then, Kotak Mahindra has grown leaps and bounds. Kotak Mahindra has a current market cap of Rs 3.4 lakh crore. In the last 10 years, Kotak Mahindra revenue has consistently increased from Rs 5,900 crore in March 11 to Rs 33,400 crore by March 20. The profits have also consistently increased from Rs 1,567 crore in March 11 to Rs 8,593 crore by March 20. Kotak Mahindra share price has increased from Rs 200 in January 11 to currently at 1,700 in January 21 at a CAGR of 24%. Number 18 stock is L&T. Established in 1938 by two Danish engineers, L&T is the major technology, engineering, construction, manufacturing, IT and financial services conglomerate. For example, in construction, its business includes construction of buildings, factories, heavy civil infrastructure, smart cities, etc. It also provides end-to-end services for hydrocarbon engineering, power, metallurgy, heavy engineering, defense, shipbuilding, metro rail, etc. As of today, L&T has a market cap of Rs 1.87 lakh crore. In the last 10 years, L&T revenue has consistently increased from Rs 51,900 crore in March 10 to Rs 1.45 lakh crore by March 20. Its profits have also consistently increased from Rs 4,400 crore in March 11 to Rs 9,500 crore by March 20. In the last 10 years, L&T share price has increased from Rs 700 in January 11 to currently at Rs 1340 in January 21. In terms of future growth, Indian government is focusing a lot on building the infrastructure of the country, including highways, smart cities, manufacturing facilities, bridges, ports, airports, etc. L&T, being the largest player in the construction space, would play a key role in building the infrastructure of our country. With this, we have covered the next top 10 stocks for long term, making the stock count to 18. Guys, please note that these are not the only top companies. There are many more. It is just that I have picked these 18 companies from the large cap category. While some of these stocks are still available at good valuations, some have become super expensive. The better strategy would be to invest systematically over a period of time or investing on dips. Please note that this list is based on my personal opinion. Do not blindly invest based on this video. Now I want you to do 3 things. First, did I miss any large cap company? Do let me know in the comment box. Second, let me know if you want me to make an in-depth fundamental analysis video on any of the companies that we discussed in this video. Please note that I have already covered SBI Card, HDFC AMC and Jubilant FoodWorks. Also, there are many potential companies in the mid-cap and small-cap space in India. So if you want me to create a video on top mid-cap and small-cap stocks, then mention it in the comment box. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care.